Yeah, you all hate that serve, and I'm gonna teach you today how to deal with it. I'm gonna show you guys as well as Kwa here, who I haven't actually taught this to, right? And he will have some good understandings, there'll be some misunderstandings, but I'm gonna teach him and you guys how to loop against backspin, sidespin, and then we're gonna later watch him do it and make any corrections on the spot, so you can go through the journey, through this video of struggling to deal with this ball and then dealing with this ball. All right, let's say for a moment we have a side spin serve coming in this way to me, right? It's coming in this way, and what I want to be doing, a couple of things. I want to be taking the ball as late as possible. I want to be taking it here rather than here. And I also want to be fading the ball, right? So instead of rushing it, I want to be going waiting for that ball to come to me, and then hitting it like that, right? Now I can play that down the line, I can play that cross court. Now, what I don't want to be doing is, again, I don't want to be running back. I want to be staying here, and even if it's side spin, I want to be able to deal with it. It is important to be able to use your backhand and deal with it, because you're not always going to be able to see a ball and always just go, yes, let's run around. Well, that being said, it is important to be able to run around and hit this ball, because spin's coming this way. When you use a forehand and turn your body, you are going with the spin. Here, you're going against the spin, and that's frankly why this shot is difficult in the first place, because someone serving you a long side spin fast serve, there's more on it than it looks, and when you use your backhand, you're going against the spin. That's why we have to fade the ball, and that's why this is such an awkward ball, right? And club level players all around the world struggle with this.
So you'll see me here, this is a neutral wrist, right? A lot of you do that. You don't bend it back like this. So you just literally bend the bat backwards and to the side a little bit so that you can brush the slight outside of the ball. You're gonna be opening your wrist to the left, and then you're gonna be brushing the right of the ball. That's gonna let you hit the opposite side of the ball to what the serve has, to what the side spin serve has. That way you can neutralize it and do exactly what we're talking about in the video. All right, back to the video.
So what we want to be doing, so we're going to bring the camera here. I'm going to show you a demonstration. So this is a continuation against the long backspin serve, straight backspin serve. Now the difference between this one is there is side spin. So here's how we deal with it. So when a side spin serve comes, I don't want to go this way. If I go like this, I'm going to follow the spin and it's going to go that way. That's the mistake you do not want to make. You don't want to try and hit the ball off the bounce. There's a couple of reasons for that, right? The reasons are because when a long side spin serve comes, the moment that it hits, let's say for example, it lands here, right? This is when it's spinning its most. It's also when, if I hit it now, I'm gonna be reaching out and my bat and my body are very far away. Yes, in table tennis, we're gonna use our body a lot, right? It's very hard for me to hear because my bat and my body are so far, I can't get a connection with the body and the bat here. As well, don't forget, this ball is spinning its most. Also, not to say, the down the line angle there, it's not open yet because it's still, look at it, I'm here. Whereas if I had waited, that down the line angle is open. Another thing is, if I'm trying to fade the ball to oppose side spin, it's freaking awkward if I'm trying to do it this way. Whereas if I wait for it, it lands here, and I wait for it to get to about here, it's only milliseconds, but it makes a huge difference, right? Here, there's a better connection. Here, I can now twist. I can twist and help my racket fade the ball easier, right? This and this are way closer, so more body is naturally going to come into it. Another thing is, when I now fade it, it's going to feel a lot more natural doing it here than doing it here. Also, the down the line angle is open, right? Also, the amount of spin that's on his serve is going to die, right? It's the same concept in a counter spin, right? Spin dies the longer you wait for it. So there's only upside to returning the ball as late as possible. The human brain will not let the ball go past you. So this is how you want to be receiving it in terms of timing and how you want to be using your body. Ready? Watch my timing and watch how I fade it with my racket and body. Feed it longer, man. There we go. See that?
All right, let's watch in slow motion how I do this. So all three concepts, I apply them at the same time. So I wait for the ball as long as possible, as long as I'm hitting it in front of my body. And I also fade my racket and get on my left leg, twist to my right, and hit the ball, all three at the same time. And that's why it works.
Last one. And they're not landing deep, but you see I'm still waiting. So even then it's subtle, but I hit it here instead of hitting it right when it landed. Yeah? All right, Kwa's gonna do this now. Good, excellent. Now, see that one there? See that one there, two problems. He took it too early. It's very subtle, right? He took it too early, and he also angled himself that way too much. Right, I'm exaggerating it. He was about there. So open, here you want to have a little bit more of an open stance, and also you got to make a decision. Am I going to stay and use backhand, or do I see it early enough and do I run around? Make a decision. Here we're making the decision to play backhand. So here, compared to usual, you can be a little bit more. Yeah. So open your body. If my body is facing here, right, it's unlikely that I'm going to be able to hit it there. If my body's here, the angle that I'm facing is there. So that's where you want to be when you want to have the option to play backhand down the line here. And the second thing is we're going to take it later. You're already spinning the ball pretty well. Alright, so the body position was generally better there. The timing was pretty good. The things that need to now improve for him to completely get this is he needs to fade the ball. But is it that simple? No. Because I want him to continue waiting for the ball. He is waiting for the ball, which is good because now it allows him to hit it that way. The second one is that I want him to slightly go from the weight on the left leg to weight on the right leg, right? And he's able to do this because he's waiting for the ball. If he did this, he's not able to do this. So two things now, keep doing what you're doing, keep waiting for the ball. Now when you get on your left leg and really fade this side of the ball. Yes, mate, let's make, this is the target. I know if he can get there, he can get here, right? Because that's harder. Yes, mate. Again. Yes. No, too small. Take a swing at it.
So looking back at this video, two things to keep in mind. When I'm coaching someone, you don't want to give someone too much new information at once because the human brain can only handle one new thing and be able to actually implement it. But looking back at this video, for those of you watching, I would like Kwa on these same shots that we're reviewing to have more stored energy on his left leg, some more good tension, and then it explodes at the ball in the form of going up and lifting, spinning over that backspin side spin ball. He could have done that much better, but all in all, it's so much better than what he used to do and just miss this ball completely, hit it way too early. All these symptoms that we're talking about that cause you guys to struggle with this ball. So bear that in mind while watching this. Is it perfect? No, but rarely are things perfect, and it's better step by step. That's the most important thing. So you obviously want to aim to get to the point where this is something you don't even have to think about. But step by step is how it has to go in almost all cases.
Beautiful. You took it too early, see? Yeah. Even though he's got it, he's still making mistakes on it, which is a development process. Strokes too small. I'll make mistakes on this as well sometimes, but I'll be able to kick it straight away. So you're at that stage where you're able to do it, but when you make mistakes, you're probably not aware of it yet. So that one there, he strokes too small. Fight the urge to take it early. Let it drop, and then you should be starting on your left leg. Take the ball late. Now you're taking the ball too early. Yes, that's good. That's good. Don't worry that it missed. Use your body more. Use your body. Start on left. Yes, I'm fine with that. The way you handled it with your body, to handle the side spin is good. Yes, mate. Last one. Very good. Very, very good. We talk about dealing with it with the backhand because sometimes you have to. But it's actually easier when you run around and you play against this shot. So let's get Kwa to do it, and we're going to correct him. We're going to correct this shot as we go. Alright, so what you want to be doing on this one, right? You may have seen this, you will see this in future sections where moving to the left and moving to the right when you play a forehand is very different, right? When we move to the left, we need to move and find position first, stop for a millisecond, then play. Because if we try and move and play, this is what it looks like. And that's a common mistake that a lot of you make. The other common one is not making enough angle, not making enough width and space here. Moving that way, we can move and play at the same time. It's a lot easier, it's a lot more natural, right? So when you're returning a long sidespin serve, same thing. You need to find angle and position first. Yeah, so if the ball lands here, I need to make sure that my body is no longer in the way. When you play forehands from here, it's very easy because the angle is there. I'm not going to get as much power as here if done correctly. But look at this. This is very normal. If I stand here now, that is not okay. Here, I need to, the right side of my body and a lot of my body is in the way. So I need to get out of the way, then play this shot. So Kwai does pretty well, right? He understands that when it's side spin, you need to use your body and racket to get around the ball and really just follow the spin that's been given. Because this is easier because you're going with the spin. Rather, when you play backhand, you're going against the spin. Now, sometimes in a match, often, you're not going to pick it up early enough just to go, yep, perfect. And especially if someone serves short to the forehand or they serve here, especially if you have that doubt, it can be very difficult to go always here, right? So you've got to be able to do this. But when you see it early enough, very often, someone who only serves long here a lot, it is just far easier to be able to go here, boom, because you're going with the spin. So let's just get Kwai to get those two, hook his wrist a bit more, whether he plays there, whether he plays there, and also make better distance. You might be here for a ball like here. You may think it's extreme, it's really not, right? You're actually in ideal position here. Even if you over move, at least you can then just come into it, right? Always over move. If you under move, you're in big trouble. Then you're gonna have to try and go like that. So make good position, and then we're gonna turn your racket and body with the ball. And I want you to aim for now there. Reason I want you to aim there is because you have to turn your body to hit there. Once you understand how to turn the body and get there consistently, then you can go anywhere. You can do the same there, you can do the same there. Beautiful. Now you can go anywhere, now you can go. But just make sure you get around and you turn into the shot. Come a little closer to the table. You need to step out. Good Kwai, good Kwai. Come into the shot, you have time. So if I serve deep, step out, jump out. Common mistake, really deep. I'd rather you be close because if they serve short, you can handle it. If it comes deep, you need to actively jump out. Yes, you can jump wide and out together, yeah? So really, one big jump. Yeah, make position for this ball. I'm gonna feed it directly to the corner fast. So a little, yep, wider feet, yep, wider feet, yep. Good, don't lean back when you hit it, go forward into the shot. Step out more initially. See, you can always step into the shot if you over move. You can't step out of the shot if you under move. Follow through. Yes! The big key for you is when you have time, often you do that, and often you just go like that. I want, if you have time and you have the ball's in front of you, come here. How much easier is this, man? No, so you stop there. Play here again, but turn. Turn your body. Yes, much better. Yes, mates, last two. Last one. Oh! Today.